What the fuck? Stop! Stop it! Stop it, okay? Enough!
Hello everybody, welcome back to Rants with Jordan. I'm Jordan. If you are new here, welcome to the channel, and if you are returning, welcome back. I'm going to be plugging in my Instagram and my Twitter. Go and follow, hit me up, let's have some fun on social media. Y'all like my Beyonce hoodie? I got this when Renaissance was coming out, right? Anyway, so this is just a video. I don't know how long this is going to be. This is just like, if you follow this channel, you know it's Rants with Jordan. I'm just going to rant. Because, like, and I want to preface this by saying, like, I'm okay. Because the way I'm about to explain and complain in this video, it sounds very it sounds very much like I'm going to like end it all, and like I'm not. Like, I'm being so serious. I'm not. I just need to complain because everything, like, okay, moral of the story, I can't put this in the title, but moral of the story, everything kind of fucking sucks right now. Like, everything kind of fucking sucks, and I don't know how. I guess I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with it. Everything fucking sucks. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to be one of those people who was like, everything was better when I was younger, but everything was kind of better when I was younger. Like, oh my gosh, like being an adult and just like knowing about the shit that's going on in the world and everything, and like being aware and then having the beliefs that I have and constantly being challenged on that shit every fucking day is so exhausting. It's one of the reasons why I didn't want to go to college in Washington, D.C. is because even though I live in D.C., like, just being in the political capital of the United States fucking sucks. It's so exhausting. Anyway, let's get started. The world is on fucking fire. Like, oh my god. Like, I am so sorry. I have the Weather Channel app. I pay for the premium version of the Weather Channel because I live in Hurricane City. I go to school in New Orleans. Like, I'm going to be prepared when a hurricane comes. But, like, if like just like the weather from this winter alone has been fucking insane. Like, literally all throughout December and January, the Midwest and the North were getting hit by blizzards but we're getting hit by rainstorms. Shit was flooding. California was flooding for the first time in forever. Everywhere north of like Iowa is like freezing and shit. It's just like everything, the weather this winter has been so awful, and now it's switching. Now everyone in the Midwest is getting hit by one of the worst blizzards we've seen in a while, and everyone up north is getting rained out. Like, it is so crazy, and part of it is because of global warming. Sorry, I believe that global warming is happening because I choose to believe scientists who have dedicated their lives to studying this shit and not random bitches on Twitter and Reddit and Facebook. I'm so sorry. If you don't believe in science, I need you all to skadoodle off this channel. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how you didn't figure it out. I'm like, okay, like, let's get it together. But like, everything, like the weather is fucking, and like the thing is, like, just knowing the effects of global warming has on the world, it's going to get so much worse. It's going to get so much worse. And the fact, like, it's going, like, the fact that extreme weather events are going to be so much more common the older you get because of global warming and shit. It does something to you. Like, there are so many things happening in the world where it's like there's no fucking hope for humanity. And I'm getting to a point in my life, at least, that maybe, I don't know, maybe everyone goes through this at some point. I am so close to just losing my faith in humanity. Like I don't have faith in nobody. Like, it is so, people are so surprised with the amount of faith that I just don't have in people. Like, I don't have faith in the justice system at all. I don't have faith in our education system at all. I don't have faith in our government at all. Speaking of the fucking government, like over 103, I think that's the number, anti-LGBTQIA plus, anti-abortion, anti-every fucking thing that I believe in is just getting passed in all these states, some states that I didn't even think where it was going to get passed. And there are so many anti-LGBTQIA plus laws, and it's just like I mean, like, I'm black, so I understand this, but do any of y'all, like, just understand how just, like, people want to make you and the way you exist just illegal? That is so fucking, like, I don't think anyone, like truly I don't think anyone's truly grasping what's happening with these laws. Like, with these laws, just existing as a trans person could get you put in prison. I don't understand. I really don't understand. And it's so annoying because everyone is always like, it's gay people. Everyone's like, it's queer people who are grooming our kids. But then we find out that there are straight parents who are whoring their sons out, making them lose their virginity at like 12, 13 years old to older women. And we're the ones that are indoctrinating your kids. We're the ones that are trying to like groom your kids. And I'm not saying that there's not a grooming problem in the LGBTQIA plus community. There definitely is, and that needs to be. We'll address that later on in the video. But like, there are so many things that are just so heteronormative, that are so problematic. But because it's the norm, nobody bats an eye to it. Like, there was like homophobia and transphobia and this anti-LGBTQIA plus rhetoric is so, like, it's so constant. Like, I don't know what the word is. It's just so ingrained into this country that there was a whole festival where there was this guy in a costume, or someone in a costume. It was a penis at the top with the head, and it was a vagina right here, and it was putting the penis into the vagina, right? And people were making it into an LGBTQIA plus issue. They were talking about, this is what LGBTQIA plus people want for our kids. This is where you want to bring your kids to. These are the people you want to support. Heterosexual sex is gay now, apparently. What the fuck is going on? What the fuck is going on? Everything fucking sucks. Everything fucking sucks. Next, I hate black people. I'm so sorry. I do. Y'all, so many of you all are just not for the advancement of black people and their rights. And that also just has to do with so much other shit going on. The amount of black people who are just transphobic, homophobic, anti-black, sexist, misogynistic, and just engage in the, like, oh my God, it's like when you're first getting into like when I was first getting into my like social rights era and everything, when I was first getting into that, it seemed like it was such a small group of people. It seemed like people who think like that, who hate gay people who hate women. It seemed like those people were such a small minority, and they were just loud. Like, do y'all know the phenomenon of the loud minority? Like, everyone, like, most people don't actually think that way, but because the minority is so loud, it gives the impression that everyone thinks that way. But then I'm like, as I'm getting older and as I'm like meeting new people and like, you know, exploring the world more, I realize it's not a loud minority. It's like a lot of people. It's so many people, and it's just like, and it's I've said this in one of my videos before, like one of my old videos, don't watch those, in one of my older videos before, like, a lot of black people will be Republicans if Republicans weren't racist. I'm being so fucking for real. A lot of you niggas would be Republican if Republicans were not racist as fuck. That's what I was like, all Republicans have to do, pretend to like black people for 10 years, and you got them. You've effectively split the black population in half when it comes to the voter pool. Like, it's literally that simple. But they can't do it because they're racist, because duh. But it's also just like I hate Republicans because duh. But I also fucking hate Democrats. Democrats fucking suck. They don't fucking do anything. They're always into this mindset. They are in this mindset of like, we need to extend olive branches, and we need to like keep the peace, and we need to be the party of morals. Nobody has fucking morals in the Democratic Party. You're a politician. You're a politician. I'm not looking for you to have more. I'm looking for you to have morals, yes, but like, Democrats always are like, we are the party of moral about doing the most horrific shit you would ever do. You have ever seen. Democrats don't believe in shit that the most of us who voted for them believe in. They don't believe in any of that shit. Like it's so annoying because the people who you voted for don't do anything, and the people and like, obviously I'm not going to vote on the other side of the political spectrum. So what the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, there are so many problems in this country. That's just in America. America has a problem. Beyonce philosopher. Like, there are so many things in America by itself that I don't think we can vote. I don't think we can vote it out of America. I'm so sorry. That's how much faith I've lost in humanity. I don't think any amount of voting is going to fix some of the problems that we have in America. Like, okay, let's take it for example. There are like several environmental disasters happening right now in America. Ohio is the one that's been getting the biggest highlight on Twitter. Me saying that is a problem, because why are no news outlets reporting that there's a hazardous chemical spill from a train derailment that is poisoning the land, water, and air in Colorado? And health officials are like, it's safe to come back. It's safe to come back. People's farm animals are ending up dead, and they've had no health problems. People are drinking water, and they're ending up dead. People who are living in that area are getting sick. What is going on? Oh my God, Jackson, Mississippi has not had fresh water, and who knows, has not had fresh water in damn near like a year, at least from when I found out. They haven't had fresh water in damn near a year or two. Flint, Michigan hasn't had good drinking water in damn near a decade. Like, it's so crazy. Everything is so crazy. Just like, and these are just things like Jackson, Mississippi literally stands no chance. Even though Jackson, Mississippi is the black population center of Mississippi, they have no chance. Nothing they can do. Literally nothing they can do can get people who represent those black people in Jacksonville, Mississippi into politics. There's literally nothing they can do. There's nothing, like, literally no matter which way those people in Jacksonville vote, the rest of Mississippi is going to vote against them. There's a whole law that just passed in Mississippi that would effectively bring back Jim Crow. Like, the world is on fucking fire. And then, oh my God, and then also, it's like every few months we're on the brink of World War fucking 3 and the annihilation of the entire world as we know it. Like, oh my God, it's just a bunch of men with powerful weapons just playing chicken, and eventually one of them's going to get real serious and drop a bomb somewhere. It's crazy. It is so crazy. The state of education in this country fucking sucks. It's abysmal. It's abysmal. Did y'all see that viral TikTok where it was a public high school, but they had all these amenities? And then if you look, and I want you to go to that TikTok. If I could find it, I'll put it in the video. Well, I'm probably not going to find it. Go to that TikTok or just search it up and look at the student population that goes to that school. Those are rich white kids that go to that public school. And it's so annoying because it's just like the amount of resources the public school gets depends on the amount of property taxes that they collect in that area where the public school is. And like, so that effectively means that poor kids are shut out of a lot of opportunities when it comes to education. And that also effectively means that a bunch of black and brown kids are shut out from getting the amenities that they need in order to succeed. I can't, like, it's so unfair. And I understand the world is unfair. That's one of the first things you learn when you grow up, is that the world is unfair. But I mean, like, oh my God, like, when you really just see how far behind you are, just because of the class system you were born into, or just because of the race you are, when you really look and see how far behind these kids are, and how far behind in their education they're going to be compared to other kids who have access to all these resources, it's insane. Like I've always said, one of the things that we can do to help end poverty that I think is a thing that, okay, one of the things I think we can do to end poverty that I believe is effective in getting rid of gangs, that's effective in like getting rid of violence in black and brown neighborhoods. The safest neighborhoods have the most resources. The safest neighborhoods have the most resources, but a lot of schools and a lot of the big public schools in black and brown neighborhoods do not have the money and do not have the resources to do any of that stuff. No, there are public schools that don't have the resources to put together clubs. They don't have the resources to build a football field and get a football team. They don't have the resources to get their kids into extracurricular activities. They don't have the resources to do anything. And the amount I don't think we pour enough money into education in general. The first thing, whenever the police or the military needs money, the first thing we always end up cutting is the arts and education, and that's so, oh my god, do y'all realize just how fucked up that is? That this country is like, education is like one of the biggest debates, it's one of the biggest rights we have in this country, and it's the first thing to go when the police or the military needs money. Speaking of the fucking police, apparently, I think it's in Atlanta this is happening. They're building a cop city, which is basically just a way for cops to train to deal with like riots and mobs. And you would think what's so bad about that? These riots and mobs they're talking about are like black people. Like, let's be fucking for real. I knew we gave a shitload of money to the police, but does no one else just see how messed up it is that there are police forces in a lot of the major cities in this country that can afford to buy tanks, that can afford to buy tactical military gear. We're pouring all this money into the police, and it's just I'm gonna be so fucking honest. I don't know what the fuck is going to replace the police. All I know is that the police is not it when it comes to our current justice system. It is not. I'm so sorry. You cannot fix anything with broken tools. You just can't. Any replacement that we have for the police has to be something that is not inspired or comes from the current policing system. It has to be something completely different. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck that is. My passion is making music. I don't know what the fuck we're going to replace the police with, but it can't be what it is. It just can't be what it is. There are too many people dying of there's so many people just dying of preventable shit that if the government just stepped in and did shit, but then, oh my god, but then a lot of you guys are just a lot of you guys are in this mentality of, well, I struggle to get to here, so the other people should have to struggle too. And that, I don't understand. That is so fucking evil. I don't care what anybody says. That is so fucking evil. Because you struggled to get where you are, everyone else has to. How is that making the world a better place? I am so sorry. Especially when it comes to our kids. When I end up having, if I'm still able to have fucking kids in the future because of the way this goddamn country is going, but if I'm still able to have kids in the future, the whole point is to get them to places and do things in your life so that your kids don't have to struggle the same way you did. I don't want the generation that comes after mine to struggle the same way we were. And I feel like everyone should think like that. Just because I struggle with getting in with doing certain things and my generation struggle with doing certain things doesn't mean that the other generations after us have to do it too. I don't know. I've lost so much faith in humanity. I just have. It's crazy. It is just crazy. I've lost so much faith in humanity. I don't know, like, what, like, honestly, like, what is the point? Like, I'm being so serious, and again, I'm not like, I'm fine. I'm not gonna, like, you know, end my life or anything, because I know it sounds like this is like a warning sign. It really, trust me, it's not. Like, I've already talked to my friends about this. Trust me, it's not. But it's just like, what is sometimes you sit and think, what's the fucking point? Like, seriously, there are so many things that, like, no matter what we do, it's so ingrained in life that no amount of voting is going to, short of overthrowing the government, which, oh my God, I don't care what anybody says. The America, I don't care if every single American citizen tried. We're not going to overthrow the government. I'm so sorry. The American government is way too powerful. Like, I don't care if all 315 million of us get together and march on DC. We're not overthrowing the government. Like, I don't care. Like you're not. No one's overthrowing the American government. Like, this government is so powerful. There's so much shit. Like, I went to the International Spy Museum over the summer, right? The amount of shit that they had, the amount of advanced tech they had back in the 1930s was scary. Imagine the shit they have now. Like, oh my God. The world is just crumbling. It's on fire. And in my opinion, it's not worth saving. Like, it's just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, like, people are trying so hard to fight for stuff, and they're risking their lives, and they're dying to fight for stuff, and like, for a lot of them, it's just in vain. Like black people have been fighting for equal rights, equal opportunities. We've been fighting for a better future for damn near 500 years. And while a lot has changed, when you look at it in the grand scheme of things, a lot hasn't. There's been a lot of advancements for black people, but at the same time, it's not enough. It's just, I don't know. And maybe I'm just like, I don't know, maybe it's just because I believe that, like, everyone should have equal opportunity. No one should have a disadvantage because they grew up poor. Like, maybe it's because I believe that, like, black people deserve rights. Maybe it's because I believe that LGBTQ plus people should be left alone and should be able to do what the hell they want to do, like straight people get to do. Maybe it's just because I believe that maybe there's still time to reverse the effects of global warming. Like, maybe I believe, I don't know, maybe it's because I just believe that, or maybe it's because I just think that, like, we should be living in a world that doesn't exist. And that's what I really think it is. I just think that we should be living in a world that simply doesn't exist. I honestly, I don't know how to deal with that. I hope we're not fighting in the hallway. World Star, ooh. But, like, I don't know, the world fucking sucks. Everything fucking sucks. Oh my God, and now I'm thinking about it, like, being in college, there's a tuition crisis happening in college. Like, there is a tuition crisis happening in college, and I don't know, like, we were talking about this in honestly, in music industry legal issues of all classes, we were talking about this, where it's just like, yes, there's a student debt issue, but there's also a tuition crisis. The tuition for my school just for this semester went up $2,000. And it's just like, a lot of these schools are like 90% of our kids get financial aid. We give so much money out in financial aid, and it's honestly just like, financial aid should still be a thing, obviously. Like, I'm not advocating for getting rid of financial aid, but 90% of your student population can't afford to go to your school. I don't think anyone's thinking about it that way. At least no one I've met or I've seen is thinking about it the same way that I'm thinking about it. 90% of the kids cannot afford to pay full price for your school. 90% of the kids at their school, let's say like a school like let's go with Rice University. Like I'm almost certain like a good 80-90% of their kids get scholarships and like full rides and shit like that. But it's also like 90% of your kids can afford your tuition. I go to a small private school in the middle of uptown New Orleans, and my school is small. Like my high school's population was about a fifth of the population of my entire school now, of my college, and it's just like not a good like 90% of us or 80% of us is on financial aid, and it's just like, why can 90% of us not afford to go here? I think my tuition all in all was $59,000 for the two semesters that I was here freshman year. I got $45,000 in scholarships, and I am very grateful that I got $45,000 in scholarships. That's about 90% of my tuition. I still owe the school like 15 grand though. And what's crazy is that like, and not to like trauma dump. If you want to don't hear me trauma dump, skip like a minute or two into the video. But like both my parents have passed away already. I'm in college by myself. I did my applications by myself. I did my research by myself. I paid my fees by myself. I drove down here by myself. Everything I've done to get into college, I had to do by myself because my parents have passed away already. And it's the fact that like there are people who are richer than me, and there are people who are in financial situations that are better than mine, who have full rights to this school. And it's just like, and maybe I'm just being a jealous ass hater, because again, I'm grateful for the $45,000 I did get. I am very grateful, but like, I don't got no parents. I have nobody, and I don't have a full ride to this to school. But it's also just like, I also just understand most kids who lose their parents, like I did, don't go to college. And it's just like, why does it cost $60,000 to go here? I don't understand. I mean, I understand, like, with the amount of resources the college campus has, I can definitely see why it takes a lot of money to run a school. But, like, why are public colleges costing $90,000 a year? Public universities are costing like $60K. And part of it is my fault. I did decide to go to a private school, but also that private school gave me the most money. So, like, part of it is me I went to a private school. But, like, why can no one afford to go to school? Unless you are rich. Because 60K times 4 is 6 times 4 is 24. Yeah. No, I'm right. It's 24. 6 times 4 is 20. That's 240 grand. That's $250,000. Who the fuck has that kind of money? And unless you are like not, if you have $1 million in the bank account, if you're making like $500K a year, if you're making like 500, 400, like anything above 400K a year, like if you're making anything below, let's say 300K, if you're making anything below 300K a year, you don't have money you don't have $240,000 to pay for 4 years of school. God forbid you then choose to go into a degree where you have to then complete additional schooling in order to practice your craft. There is no reason that school in America is this expensive and is this inaccessible to a lot of people. I also think that like there's no reason why getting into college is so. I don't think getting into college should be. A college shouldn't have to rely on how good your test scores are to accept you. Because there are so many amazing, talented, smart students who just suck at test taking. Now, I'm not saying I'm insanely smart, and I'm not saying like I struggle in school like quite a bit. But like but like the fact that like enrollment for college skyrocketed when most universities, because of the pandemic, were not requiring SAT and ACT scores, and some schools saw their applications increase by like 90%. Like, you know how crazy that is? I don't know. The world is just like, the world fucking sucks, guys. Like, I mean, it fucking sucks. The world is it's like, I don't even know how to describe it. I just know like there's so much shit that's wrong with the world. And I'm trying to focus on the positive shit. Like, I really am. Like, I'm trying so hard to focus on the positive shit. But like, it's so hard to be positive when everything fucking sucks. That's just all I have to say. It's so hard. That's the moral of the video. It's so hard to be positive when everything fucking sucks. And like, that's the only way I can describe the world right now. It's like, seriously, everything fucking sucks. Like, that's literally the only way I can describe how I feel right now. Everything just fucking sucks. Everything just fucking sucks. So I don't know. Hopefully things get better. Hopefully I achieve the things that I want to achieve. But it's just like, I don't know. I don't know. Everything is awful. Everything is awful. And it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to like deal with that. Everything just, it's just awful. Like, everything is just horrible. Everything is just horrible. Anyway, I've been ranting for 30 minutes. I'm gonna go before my roommate gets back. If you, how am I going to end this video? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Post what you think about what I'm talking about in the comments and in the replies, and so we can like have a discussion. I like having a discussion with you guys. Go watch my previous video. I probably should have said that in the beginning of the fucking video. Oh my god, whatever. Go watch my previous videos. And remember, like, comment, subscribe, and share. So I can, like, we're 5 subscribers away from 100 subscribers. So anyone who would like to subscribe to a guy who just yells at you would be like, the button's right there. You don't have to have my notifications on, but you can subscribe. And that's it. Again, like, I'm fine. Like, I'm not, like, I know, like, a video like this would be like a cry for help for like a lot of people. I'm fine. It's just that there's so much shit going on in the world that I just need to vent. I just need to vent, and it's just like, this is what my channel is for me to vent. So tell me what y'all think about the state of everything, because I personally think that this world, that everything is awful. Okay, I'll see y'all later. Bye.